Hell of a Boss is an indie series that's been consistently leading in the animation sphere of YouTube for the past few years. This show was made by Vivian Medrano, or Vivziepop, who is a Salvadoran American animator, director, and writer. She's also the creator of Has Been Hotel, an even more well-known premise set in the same universe as Hell of a Boss, and one which has caught the attention of big production companies like A24 and is on its way to commercial success. With a confirmed release date on a major streaming platform, Has Been Hotel will become even more prominent in modern media than it already is. However, Vivziepop has recently gotten into some relatively insignificant dramas surrounding some fans of another animated series, Amazing Digital Circus. But these tiny little situations highlighted something very important to me. Damn, Vivziepop gets like a lot of hate nowadays. And also, why are people even comparing her to shows like Amazing Digital Circus? But first, I think we should talk about some of the previous Vivziepop controversies to set up why some people may not like her already. Don't worry, I'll go super quick. Also, be sure to like and subscribe for more. Vivziepop is the creator of a webcomic called Zoophobia, which ran from 2012 to 2016. In this webcomic, two characters are in a relationship, one of whom is 17 and the other is 19. I have no clue why this was such a point of controversy, seeing as this age gap is perfectly legal in most countries. Maybe it had to do with the fact that the 19-year-old was an assistant teacher at the school that the 17-year-old was attending. But even then, this is a weird furry world, so applying real-world logic doesn't really get us anywhere. There were also some people accusing Vivziepop of stealing or tracing animations, such as certain poses from the film Cats Don't Dance, which Vivzie used in her now deleted animated fan music video for Keisha's Die Young. Seems like these people don't know the difference between plagiarism and homage though. There was also a bit of drama regarding Vivziepop's use of a character named Gigi in this Die Young animation. Gigi was originally created by another artist, Dollcreep, whose real name is Jordan Fisher. In the Die Young video, Vivziepop did not specifically credit Gigi as Dollcreep's creation, instead only including his name as a non-specific special thanks. This led people to believe that Vivziepop was trying to take ownership of the character for herself. When confronted with these accusations, Vivziepop claimed that Dollcreep was an abusive and manipulative person who tried to twist the situation in his favor. They continued arguing in now deleted Tumblr threads, which allegedly involved such crazy gambits as Dollcreep posting a fake contract to prove that Vivziepop needed to credit him as the creator of Gigi. However, the two of them eventually made up and went their separate ways in 2017. Vivziepop also posted art of Seanhead and Blair White, both of whom are somewhat controversial female content creators due to histories of racism and transphobia. Vivzie herself responded to this, claiming that she had little knowledge of their content beforehand, and only made art of them because she thought they were women who owned their own beliefs and spoke their minds, adding that she herself is a person of colour, and several members of the Has Been Hotel team are trans. A few former Spindlehorse staff members have also come out on social media to accuse Vivziepop of fostering a toxic work environment full of nepotism where they were overworked and forced to belittle other people's work. However, other current staff members have also come out to debunk these same claims, saying that the work hours were super flexible and Vivziepop was overall a pleasant person to work with. The most common thing that people criticize Vivziepop for, of course, is the way she inserts excessive swearing and sexual references into her work. It's particularly noticeable in Has Been a Hotel and Hell of a Boss, and despite being a fan of both shows, I can admit that the overuse of profanity does get irritating sometimes.
Alright, shut your balls. Here's how we're gonna do this. First, we find a ton of clients. We portal up. We have our fun murder time as per usual. We pile all the bodies into a big canoe. We push said canoe into some water. We light it on fire to attract the sharks and eagles and maybe a goose too. They come and eat the bodies. We win the bet. We rub it in that sloppy bitch's drunken ass face. Do you have any questions?
As a result, despite her show still being immensely popular, Vivziepop still receives a lot of criticism for the writing of Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss, particularly by people who see her style of humor as immature and lazy. In late November 2023, a Twitter user by the name of Megachan Revival posted a video of the intro song to The Amazing Digital Circus, but dubbed over with excessive profanity. The intent seemed fairly innocent at first. If you've watched The Amazing Digital Circus before, you know there's a little joke at the beginning about all the profanity being censored by goofy sound effects, so it could be assumed that Megachan was clearly just playing off that joke by dubbing over the whole opening song with constant uncensored swearing. The problem begins with the caption they put on the video. The Amazing Digital Circus if it was written by the team behind Hell of a Boss. A day later, Vivziepop posted this. People be making the same lol hell of a boss just swearing sex laugh jokes over and over. But like, I've been influenced by Seth Rogen comedies and South Park, so yes, that makes me chuckle. I weep for you if you don't think a well-delivered word is funny. While she doesn't explicitly state it, this is clearly a response to Mega-chan's dub video, which had gotten fairly popular by this point. After this, Mega-chan proceeded to delete the video as they didn't want to hurt anyone. They had apparently been blocked by Vivziepop due to the video and had annoyed fans of Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss. Due to popular demand, Mega-chan eventually re-uploaded the dubbed video without the caption mentioning Hell of a Boss, confirming the notion that the video could be watched without the context of it calling out Hell of a Boss. But the thing that confused me most about this whole situation was why people were even trying to compare Vivziepop's shows with the Amazing Digital Circus in the first place. Aside from sharing the status of fast-paced comedies with occasional song numbers, both franchises are incredibly different. Hazbin Hotel is a story about the Princess of Hell trying to rehabilitate sinners and allow them to go to heaven. Hell of a Boss is about a team of imps in hell who run an assassination company to kill humans in the surface world. Amazing Digital Circus is an isekai where a girl puts on a VR headset, gets trapped in a circus realm with 6 other victims, and tries to escape. Let's name some of the other few similarities. There is an ensemble cast who constantly bicker but are ultimately a collective family. There is a tall, slender man who exists to be a dick to the other characters. There is a well-dressed, showbiz-obsessed guy who guides the protagonist and may or may not have evil intentions. The story is, set in a sinister place. That's basically all the similarities. These shows can't be compared on a basic level. Also, hating on Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss simply because they say the bad words too much is ironically a pretty immature opinion to have. If your only exposure to these two shows was from social media, it would be fair to think that the only notable thing about them was the crass humor, which is objectively false. The musical numbers and animation for Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss is fantastic, especially for an indie YouTube project. The team behind Hell of a Boss clearly knows how to write a decent, well-directed story, but a lot of people ignore that fact simply because they want to mock the humor. Like, watch any Hell of a Boss episode and you'd be able to name at least one standout scene that looks fantastic. Criticize the dialogue and writing all you want, but you have to admit that the visuals and songs are always the most consistently stellar elements of the show. Don't believe me? Just watch Season 1 Episode 6, which has a weirdly compelling power ballad exposing the flaws of 2 of the main characters, followed by an amazingly dynamic fight scene incorporating the different strengths of all of the members of IMP. Even though I did enjoy the Amazing Digital Circus, I can still admit some flaws with it. As with most series pilots, the pacing is pretty bad because they try to blaze through all the important story points really quickly that are needed to establish the setting. Also, Pomni currently comes off as a bit of a bland and generic, oh no, I'm suddenly trapped in a place where I don't belong protagonist, which is expected from a story of that genre, but I was hoping for more. I'm willing to admit that I actually liked Hazbin Hotel's pilot a little bit more. And that's the thing about opinions. Everyone is personally entitled to their own. But just because you disagree with someone else's opinion doesn't mean you have to use bad faith arguments to bring them down. Like, I've seen those stupid tweets where people say Amazing Digital Circus is the Garten of Banban of animation. But like, one of them is actually a well-animated work with a unique concept and some genuinely intriguing elements of horror. And the other one is Garten of Banban. All this to say that this drama is super pointless. Comparing Hell of a Boss and Hazbin Hotel to Amazing Digital Circus is a fruitless endeavor. If you like Vivziepop's content, then good for you. If you dislike her content, good for you too. But you don't have to be a dick about it. Same goes for Amazing Digital Circus and Glitch, the company that produces it. In the intro, I said that Vivziepop gets a lot of hate, but maybe that's not entirely true, and it's probably just an extremely vocal minority. The Hazbin Hotel pilot sits at 92 million views, and each Hell of a Boss episode also ranks up tens of millions, all with immensely positive like to dislike ratios. Point is, hating on Vivziepop for this sort of stuff is stupid, her shows aren't comparable at all to Amazing Digital Circus. Like and subscribe. Bye.